Turn it off. That's what I would say.
I still don't know how I feel about Instagram. I think it's distracting.
I'm not on social media anymore. I've just deleted everything.
I decided to delete my Instagram because I just felt like I was so addicted to this kind of false version of my life.
They've stolen my focus. And they're gonna get you too. I get one DM. It's from a friend. I go to their message and I have to get on Instagram to go to their message. I check their message, I respond to them. I go to my homepage, I see something interesting in the news. Maybe 6buzz posted something crazy and I'm like, oh shoot, this is good. Tap on it. Now I enter this world of reels and I'm swiping through reels. And 1 second turns to 1 minute, turns to 1 hour. And now I'm there spending a whole entire hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, just mindlessly scrolling. It's crazy. Not only do I spend that much time on Instagram, we can go to YouTube. If I were to check my YouTube right now, which I'm gonna throw it up on the screen, how much I spend on YouTube, how much of my focus, my time that I spend on YouTube, it's insane. I spend hours upon hours, maybe even 8 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours on YouTube. It's just crazy how much time and focus in my mind that they're taking from me. I had to delete TikTok too, because TikTok is another one. I feel like TikTok is even worse than YouTube though, because TikTok will melt your brain. TikTok is complete brain rot. It's just destructive to your mind. You got that Subway Surfers on the side of the screen and you just are like watching this video with GTA in the background and all that. Not to mention YouTube Shorts. Like, I'm trying to find a way to disable YouTube Shorts. I used to have YouTube on my old phone, this phone right here. I used to have YouTube on this phone, and they have this thing called Revanced where I use it and I'm able to get rid of the shorts. But when you see a short and you click a short, it's instinctual that you start to scroll. It's scary because I'll catch myself like 5 minutes into a short scroll and I'll be like, what am I doing right now? And it's all because I maybe clicked the basketball video or I clicked the Kai Cenat video that looked kind of interesting. And it got so bad. Like, it would get really, really bad too. I can't even, like, even when I'm in class, I can't even watch lectures or sit down and listen to a lecture the whole way through, an hour lecture, without me hopping on my computer playing these little flash games or anything like that. My focus is ruined. My focus is completely messed up, completely destroyed, and I'm trying to get that back on track. And I have the blueprint. I have the blueprint to get not only my focus back on track, which I'm gonna keep you guys updated, but your guys' focus is gonna be back on track too. Just gotta listen to me. Now I want to talk about your focus, your stolen focus, the focus that they steal from you. Because the only thing that's more valuable in this world than money is your time. Now, I'm not saying that money is the most valuable thing. I'm just saying that that's what people value, especially in this Western world that we live in. But the more valuable thing than money in this entire world is time. Time is the most important thing. Time is money. And we're giving away all of our money, all of our free money. The only time that we have time dedicated for our job. We got time dedicated for our school. We have time dedicated for ourselves, just to be more creative and to create. And instead we consume. We throw our money, or like that, think about it as in a tip jar, and you're throwing 8 hours into the money, like 8 cents into the jar, which is your work, or 8 cents into the jar, which is your school, and 8 cents into driving to there. And then when you're left with what you're left with after sleeping and all that is your free time. And then you're giving that time away to your focus away to these big companies that are weaponizing it. They're using it against you. And I'm telling you, I know you're a TikTok demon too. That's what I'm saying. I know that you guys, most of you aren't even sitting here watching this video. Most of the people that clicked on this video are probably not even here right now. They probably lost focus and started chasing butterflies on their phone or something like that. Because I'm thinking they're going to chase it in real life. They're not chasing it in real life. They're chasing it on their phone. Get out the shade room, bro. Open your shades. That's what you really need to do. Shout out Drake. But honestly, the craziest thing when I heard it was when they said you can't even name 3 videos. You can't even name the last 3 videos that you watched. And I don't remember who said this, but they said that to me, and I thought to myself, damn, that is so true. And that's when I realized that I need to really step my game up, and I really need to be better with my focus and just using my focus in the right ways. Because that is the most powerful thing. Because your time is your money. Your time is your success. Your time that you allocate to the things that you actually need, your purpose, is what's going to make the difference. And I know you're asking me, yo, Don, Adonis, Mr. Big OATB himself, how do I fix this? How do I really get out of this? And how do I take back my focus? And I think that a big fix would be to go outside and just really just touch some grass, honestly. And I'm not even trying to say that as a joke thing. I'm saying just go for a walk. Whenever you feel like picking up your phone, maybe instead just go outside and see what you can do. There's a lot of ideas that you can come up with when your brain isn't clouded, like super crowded with noise. It's the noise that stops us from thinking for ourselves. It stops us so much. And I know I watched this guy. He made this video talking about how he hasn't used social media. He makes content on social media, but he hasn't used it. And he said that the amount of ideas that he's able to make and how many fresh ideas he's able to make because he doesn't have the same things shoveled into his mouth over and over and over again, because he now has his own fresh perspective, because he could go outside and see something and be like, oh my gosh, that's an idea or something like that, instead of having something fed into his head and just kept being fed into his mind and into his brain and all of that. Not only that, but anytime that you feel like picking up your phone or calling or FaceTiming someone, right? That's what you should do. Like, call them and schedule an offline hangout. Just hang out with them offline instead of scrolling through on your phone for hours. Maybe just make sure that you strengthen your real life connections, because your connections on social media or lack thereof is not going to sustain you. And we are social animals and social creatures, and we need companionship and we need a person to love us. There's a reason why now more than ever we are the loneliest. Social media is separating us more and more. And I know that this is very cliche, but honestly, just call a friend and tell them that you want to go out for a hike or go for a walk or anything like that that's going to just get your mind off of social media and keep you on a different path, a more creative path. And if you're one of the people that it's very difficult for you to get off your phone, especially during the nighttime, instead of punishing yourself like putting your phone in another room or something like that, because you know that that's not sustainable for you. If that's a plan that you've already tried and it just doesn't work, then I would say listen to something, maybe a podcast that you really like or something like that, in order for you to fall asleep. Now, don't spend hours upon hours looking for a good podcast. Find that beforehand. And then once you're able to actually go to sleep when it's time for bed, you can just click on it and now bam, you can listen to something for you to fall asleep if that's something that you really, really need. Because I know that a lot of us are now, we don't even know a life without being chronically online. That's just all we know, because we went through this pandemic where that's all we had. We were online school. I know I'm still recovering socially from it. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's just something that I'm recovering from socially. And I've made some good friends, which I'm lucky to say that I've and a lot of the reason for why I'm even here in the first place. So shout out y'all, honestly. But yeah, it's better to start small. Better to start small and make small goals and small steps than for you to just go out big and absolutely wipe out and then never do it again. Yeah, that's why like even people that do drugs or something like that, they'll wean off of it instead of going cold turkey. Which everything works for different people. Different things work for different people, honestly. Now, but I want to talk to you about this. I want to talk to you about taking that super soldier serum, that super soldier focus serum that's going to get you super focused and able to be on your work like this. And you won't even be able to break it because of how much you are into whatever it is that You have. And it goes back to what I said in the beginning, that your time and your focus is worth a lot of money. And you need to start understanding that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not that important. My focus and time is not that important because I don't even make that much. But nobody has a brain like you, which means that nobody thinks like you, which means nobody has that perspective of you like you. It's the reason why you're called to jury duty all the time, because we need something fresh. We need that fresh perspective in order to make that judgment. And so maybe your judgment can help save another person and help save another person, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Anything that your purpose is in life, because that's what it is. It's whatever is calling to you. And I know it's hard sometimes to find your purpose, but you maybe even putting that phone down will really help you find that. It truly will. And you got to think now about all these other people. Think about the most focused people that you know. Those most focused people. Think about how much they just kept their head down and kept their head down and kept their head down. You got to do something new every day. Learn something new every day instead of just doing the same old, because YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they're all going to keep you in this echo chamber where you're never going to learn something new. I know YouTube added something where it says new to you now, but they keep you in that echo chamber, which is not good for growth, and it's never going to let you grow because you're never going to hear another perspective, which is super self-destructive because it closes your mind when our minds aren't meant to be closed. Our minds are meant to be free and open, and that's why we have just trillions and trillions of neurons that make pathways all the time, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to make new pathways. And I know that since we're so closed off now, it's more difficult than ever before to do that. But you just gotta focus, man. And so I'd say that your homework today is just to focus on the right things. Just start small. Focus on the right thing. Focus on your making friends. Focus on your family. Focus on God. And then then you'll find your purpose if you don't have that already. And then you can start learning a new skill. Actually, focus on learning a new skill every day as well. That's very important. Like, I like those YouTubers that will learn a new thing and it's like, today I learned or tomorrow I learned. It's so good, I feel like, because it just helps with the learning process, and it just helps you figure out who you are too and how you learn. And it's just so good. So, needless to say, your focus can be a good thing or a bad thing. It's just completely up to you.